the Boeing 747, Queen of the Skies.
I'm standing here before the first 747 ever built. The Boeing 747 was a revolutionary commercial jet built in the late 1960s, largely because Pan Am, an airliner, wanted larger planes to reduce passenger congestion. As you can see, this giant of a plane accomplished that. The order for this plane was the largest in aviation history, coming in at $3.3 billion in today's market. 7 was the world's first wide-body aircraft, and it's distinctive for its front bulge in the front, and also for its wideness to make it look more like a room than an airplane compartment.
You're standing right now in the first 747 built. It was built by Boeing Corporation by a team of engineers and manufacturers that were called the Incredibles, because they accomplished a truly incredible feat ushering in the age of wide-body aircraft over a very relatively short period of time in the aviation industry. They designed the aircraft and the facilities to build the aircraft in about a 19-month period, and ushered in wide-body aircraft, as I said, and a new age of aviation that made aviation more accessible to more people in a very short period of time.
In order to carry out such a challenge of creating a jumbo jet, Boeing in 1955 purchased 780 acres of land in Everett, Washington, with a floor area of 4.3 million square feet and a volume of 472 million cubic feet. The Boeing Everett factory is still the largest building in the world. The factory would go on to further produce more planes for different airlines, in turn creating a significant amount of jobs. This factory in Boeing built other factories in order to produce the individual 747 parts, which led to Boeing hiring many workers, which in turn created a small economic boom. Ultimately, the net worth of the production succeeded the value of Boeing.
The technological advancements by the 747 and the introduction of workers pushed Boeing into becoming one of the largest companies in the United States and helped solidify the aerospace industry as part of the United States economy. The 747 was the largest civilian airplane in the world. It was the result of a community of over 208,000 people known as the Incredible, consisting of construction workers, mechanics, engineers, secretaries, and administrators.
Design and engineering project. To Boeing's credit, they enlisted the help of thousands of subcontractors and used their industrial experience to the maximum.
The 747 led to a new culture in flying due to its lower ticket prices. A reporter for the New York Times, Robert E. Bedingfield, said that the fare levels for such arrangements will be lower than any before and may bring into effect at various periods of the year transatlantic air travel at less than $100 each way.
The average fuel consumption per passenger decreased, causing it to become a money-making machine for airlines. It was the first to use fuel-efficient high-bypass turbofans. It led to cheaper airfare, resulting in more long-haul international travelers at an affordable cost. The aircraft could travel 6,000 miles further non-stop. Ordinary travelers could now fly, not just the elites. Now, for example, now planes could go from Detroit to Beijing non-stop without any stops.
The world has shrunk, they say. It's true, in the sense that air travel has brought places closer in time. The world is smaller.
The Jumbo was luxurious in the culture of air travel, with vibrant interiors and an overhead bin.
This aircraft helped create larger commercial success for the company and strike more competition against Airbus of France.
In the first 6 months, the 747 took a staggering 1 million passengers. It was the 70s flagship for airlines. The amount of passengers was double the capacity of the previous largest aircraft produced by Boeing. The 747 was preceded by the 707, which was a short-range plane not designed for long flights and could hold 219 passengers.
Since the plane was massive and had a hump on its back, it could be used for freight loading purposes, or it could have additional seating or a lounge by a spiral staircase. Quite romantic for its time.
To ensure cargo operators the flexibility to meet their customers' needs, we decided to also provide for straight-in loading through the airplane's nose. A quote from Joe Suter, the main engineer for the 747.
In addition to freight loading and passenger capabilities, the 747 had a diverse amount of function. It serves as the official airplane for presidential travel. The plane used by the president is commonly referred to as the Air Force One, and often differs in model.
From Roosevelt to Obama, the Air Force One has a longer range for presidential travel, such as from DC to Hong Kong. Aerial refueling capabilities, and also houses secret governmental codes, and self-sufficient at airports around the world.
Overall, the 747 is one of the more important airlines in the globe. It helped to populate air travel and enhance technology, but more importantly, it facilitated a new era of affordable flying culture in the United States of America.